Hello and welcome to Info Expos, where we explore the weird, the wild, and the downright unbelievable. This week, we're diving headfirst into the world of bizarre laws because, let's be honest, nothing says international travel like accidentally ending up in a foreign jail for chewing gum, arrested for chewing gum, fined for wearing flip-flops, or maybe even jailed for dancing. These aren't jokes, they're real laws. In today's video, we'll dive into the most bizarre and strict laws around the world that you won't believe exist. We'll also reveal shocking real-life stories of people who got caught breaking these laws, some unknowingly. Make sure to stick around till the end because you might be breaking one of these laws without even realizing it. Let's get started. First up, we're heading to Singapore, a country known for its cleanliness and its aversion to chewing gum. In 1992, Singapore banned the import and sale of chewing gum. They don't mess around. Imagine getting fined while on vacation for chewing gum. Therapeutic gum is prescription only. You need a doctor's note. A tourist learned the hard way. They were fined $500 for spitting gum on a train platform. Next, we travel to Thailand, a country famous for its friendly people, stunning beaches, and its incredibly strict lèse-majesté laws. Now, lèse-majesté basically means you can't criticize or insult the royal family, at all, not even a little bit. We're talking about casual comments, jokes you might tell your mates down the pub. Even liking the wrong Facebook post can land you in hot water hotter than a bowl of Thai green curry. The punishments? Well, let's just say they're about as pleasant as a scorpion sting. We're talking up to 15 years in prison, per offense. In 2017, a Thai man was sentenced to 35 years for posting critical comments about the king on Facebook. Disrespectful currency handling is a crime, people. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to Saudi Arabia, a country where the dress code is taken very, very seriously. Now, Saudi Arabia is a conservative country, and they expect both locals and tourists to dress accordingly. For women, that means covering up with an abaya, a loose-fitting, full-length robe. And men? Don't think you're off the hook. Those board shorts you packed for a day by the pool? Yeah, keep them under wraps unless you want to face the wrath of the fashion police. We're talking public warnings, fines, and in some cases, even imprisonment. A group of European tourists found this out the hard way when they dared to wear shorts while visiting a public park in Riyadh. Buckle up, petrol heads, because we're about to hit the Autobahn, but not before we've filled up the tank. In Germany, running out of fuel on the Autobahn isn't just bad planning, it's actually illegal. The Germans value efficiency, and nothing screams inefficient like stopping on the Autobahn due to an empty tank. Fines can be up to 70 euros, which could buy you a lot of currywurst. One driver learned this the hard way, and got a fine and a stern lecture. Get ready to say arrivederci to your flip-flops because we're heading to Capri, Italy, where peace and quiet reign supreme, and nothing disrupts the tranquility quite like the slap 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 of noisy footwear. That's right, folks, in Capri they have a ban on loud sandals. Capri is known for its stunning beauty and serene atmosphere. Tourists flock from all over the world to soak up the sun, admire the breathtaking views, and apparently enjoy the sweet sound of silence. But don't think this is just some dusty old law that nobody enforces. The Carabinieri take their footwear very seriously. We're talking fines ranging from 50 to a whopping 500 euros. Next stop, Japan, the land of the rising sun bullet trains and a strict no dancing after midnight law. Until 2015, if you wanted to bust a move after the clock struck 12, you needed a special license. Imagine, you're out with your friends, the sake is flowing, the karaoke is in full swing, and suddenly the clock strikes 12. Do you think the crowd erupts in a spontaneous dance party? No! They all politely put down their drinks, hang up their microphones, and go home to avoid getting arrested. This law, which had been in place since 1948, was originally intended to curb prostitution and organized crime. But over the years, it morphed into this bizarre rule that seemed more intent on sucking the fun out of everything than actually preventing crime. In 2008, several nightclubs were raided, and dancers were arrested in a crackdown that sparked nationwide debate about the law's relevance. The United States, a hodgepodge of bizarre laws. Now let's hop across the Pacific to the good old US of A country known for its love of freedom, apple pie, and a whole bunch of weird and wacky state laws. Take Hawaii, for instance. The Aloha State might be famous for its beaches, surfing, and laid-back vibes, but don't let that fool you. They're serious about pedestrian safety. So serious, in fact, that they've made it illegal to text while crossing the street. One hapless tourist learned this the hard way while using Google Maps to navigate Honolulu. And then there's Alabama, where they've taken a stand against animal cruelty by outlawing bear wrestling matches. North Korea, where even your hair has to follow the rules. Hold on to your hair gel, folks, because we're heading to North Korea, a country where even your hairstyle is a matter of national importance. That's right, in North Korea, you can't just walk into a salon and demand the latest trendy cut. Oh no, you have to choose from a list of state-approved hairstyles. Unapproved styles are a big no-no, and the consequences can be more severe than a bad haircut. We're talking public shaming, fines, and in some cases even worse. Reports have emerged of people being sent to labor camps for daring to defy the hair regulations. So if you're planning a trip to North Korea, make sure you pack your most neutral hair products and prepare to embrace the state-sanctioned do. Venice, Italy, feeding the pigeons, prepare for takeoff of your money. Let's float on over to Venice, a city built on canals, romance, and a surprising amount of pigeon poop. See, Venice has a bit of a pigeon problem. Those feathered fiends are everywhere, and they're not afraid to make their presence known, if you catch my drift. So, in an effort to preserve the city's historic architecture and keep the streets somewhat clean, Venice has banned feeding the pigeons. That's right. No more tossing breadcrumbs to those beady-eyed birds in St. Mark's Square. You want to share your lunch? Find a human, or pack a sandwich. We're talking up to 700 euros. Hold on to your leashes, folks, because we're about to enter the world of Iranian pet ownership, where dogs aren't exactly man's best friend, at least not publicly. In Iran, walking your dog in public is about as welcome as a pork sausage factory at a vegetarian festival. This isn't an official, written-in-law kind of ban. It's more of a cultural taboo, rooted in religious beliefs that consider dogs to be unclean. But just because it's not explicitly illegal doesn't mean it's tolerated. Fasten your seatbelts and adjust your tinfoil hats because we're about to blast off to Châteauneuf-du-Pape, France, a town known for its exquisite wine and its peculiar stance on extraterrestrial visitors. See, back in 1954, when the world was gripped by UFO fever, the mayor of Châteauneuf-du-Pape decided to get in on the act by issuing a rather unusual ordinance. He banned flying saucers from landing in the town. That's right, if you're piloting a spaceship from another galaxy, you'll have to find somewhere else to park your ride. Now, you might think this law is about as useful as a chocolate teapot, and you'd be right, mostly. But here's the thing, it's still on the books. Hold your horses, folks, because we're about to set sail for Canada, a country known for its stunning natural beauty, its love of hockey, and its apparent aversion to transporting horses by boat. That's right, in the Great White North, it's illegal to transport a horse by boat. This law is about as outdated as a rotary phone. It dates back to a time when horse-drawn ferries were a common mode of transportation, and safety concerns led to the ban. These days, it's about as likely to be enforced as a law against whistling in the wind. But hey, it's still on the books. Get ready to hold it, folks, because we're about to delve into the fascinating world of Swiss sanitation where even flushing the toilet can be a criminal offense. That's right, in some apartment buildings in Switzerland, if you value your sleep and your neighbor's sanity, you'd better think twice before flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. See, the Swiss, they're all about peace and quiet, especially when it comes to their slumber. And nothing says sleep disruption quite like the sound of a toilet flushing in the dead of night, echoing through the pipes and into your peaceful dreams. So, in the interest of maintaining nighttime tranquility, some Swiss apartment buildings have implemented strict no-flush zones after 10 p.m. It's like a curfew, but for your bowels. Tenants who dare to defy the flush ban risk warnings, fines, and maybe even a stern talking to from their landlords. So, there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of some of the most bizarre and strict laws from around the world. From chewing gum bans to toilet flushing curfews, we've covered it all. These laws might seem strange, but they reflect the cultural values and priorities of each country. Which law surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Remember, when you're traveling to a foreign country, It's always best to do your research and familiarize yourself with the local customs and laws, no matter how strange they may seem. Because, as we've learned today, what might be considered perfectly normal in one country could land you in a heap of trouble in another. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by subscribing to the channel, liking and sharing this video to save the next person from paying a fine or going to jail.